So welcome to our Batao Finance. We are back again in May with our May Mania Challenge. So we are joined by Malla sir. So Malla sir, क्या करेंगे हम लोग main?
इस महीने we have two main things to do. One is हम एक concept के बारे में सीखेंगे which is intricately linked to retirement, known as withdrawal rate. And secondly, we will repeat the activities from last couple of months in a new way using Excel or Sheets, Google Sheets, and try to create a history around it and track it over time.
Okay, so let's start with withdrawal rate. What is withdrawal rate?
So withdrawal rate is a number which is central to retirement planning. It is probably the most important thing you can calculate. So essentially, it is what is retirement? Retirement can be considered period of time जहाँ पे आपको actively you don't have to work for your income. Whatever you have done up till now and in the form of your savings can fund a period where you don't have to look for income elsewhere. So withdrawal is essentially withdrawing from that pool of money you have saved, and it is the percent amount that you can withdraw every year to sustain your lifestyle.
तो अगर मेरे पास like 100 rupees हैं and I'm withdrawing 10 rupees every year, then I can live for 10 years. मतलब अगेन मैं सिंप्लीफाई कर रहा हूँ, इसमें तो कुछ ग्रोथ वगैरह भी होगी, बट ये तो फिर
Yeah,
टाइम पे डिपेंडेंट होगा ना कि कितने टाइम तक मैं अलाइव रहता हूँ.
exactly. So किसी भी generally retirement planning में there are three main risks. One is longevity risk, which is risk of you outliving the money, जैसे आप कह रहे हैं कि money ran out before you. Second is market risk, कि जहाँ market is where most of the returns come, so that wasn't favorable to you in that period. And finally, inflation risk, कि आप जहाँ पे रह रहे हैं वहाँ के या what the things you are into, the price of those things becomes like outpaces your withdrawal rate.
तो ये तो काफी फिर रिस्की है कि मतलब what should be my withdrawal rate then, like मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा कि तो सारी चीजें काफी वेरी करेंगी.
Yeah. So through all a lot of analysis, लोगों ने they have found out this concept of a sustainable withdrawal rate, which is the level below which if you withdraw, you are good and you can live off that money indefinitely. So just the fact that such a level exists is surprising, but people have gone one step further where they have actually found a number for that, and that happens to be between 2.5 to 3%. So what that means is if 2.5 to 3% of your total money that you have right now can fund your annual expenses, you are good indefinitely for the rest of your life. You can live off that money. So essentially, now what you need to find out is how far is your portfolio from a value where 3.5% is enough for a year's expenses. So you need to find your expenses. सो उसके लिए हमारी सेकेंड एक्टिविटी है विच इज फॉलोइंग अप ऑन लास्ट फ्यू मंथ्स एक्टिविटीज जहाँ पे आप अपने एक्सपेंसेस को ट्रैक कर रहे हैं एंड मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली आप अपने टोटल कॉर्पस को भी ट्रैक कर रहे हैं. तो उसके लिए हम एक दिस मंथ द न्यू थिंग विल यूज अ टूल फॉर दैट. तो हम गूगल शीट्स यूज कर सकते हैं एंड I will share the template with everyone if they want to use this. So यहाँ पे what you can do is simply start making tabs for every month. So let's say for the month of May, आपने एक tab बनाया, right? And अगर if you had done this last month, you already have a sense of your different asset types and different bank accounts. So जैसे this is one possible distribution where you have these various types of assets and different banks and institutions where you hold the money in that asset. So मतलब how you build this for this month is आपने ये सारे accounts तो identify कर ही लिए थे कहाँ कहाँ हैं, उनके आप खोल के values लिखें. So let's say this value is this much, this value is something else, right? So this will naturally become the sum across these accounts, and similarly across different assets uska sum will give you your net worth, and this will be your total pool of money, uh, which will eventually fund your retirement through that withdrawal rate. So then whatever that number is, now it will make more sense अगर आप इसको over months track करें to see where you are going and how things are changing. Go back to the main tab and then you can add an entry for month of May.
जो आपने वहां से नंबर्स कैलकुलेट किए थे आपने
हाँ,
दूसरे टैब में, वो आपने
वहां
यहाँ
से
पे
जो
कॉपी पेस्ट
नंबर्स
कर दिए।
निकल वो यहाँ कॉपी पेस्ट कर दिए and you will get a bar for May और again in that same distribution. तो आप इसमें देख सकते हैं कैसे things have changed. Second step जो हमने पिछले महीने किया था was only for one category tracking expenses. You can still do that, but ideally you want to maybe pick a different category or maybe do all categories. तो generally आपने पहले तो categories identify करी कि आपकी income की क्या categories हैं and expenses की. Generally you get savings interest from bank or job is the main income. Maybe you have other things like rent and so on. Then the expense categories are like cost of living, investment. Investment is an expense because you're putting money, utilities, credit card, and then isko bhi up for the month of May. You can track how much you spent in the whole month of April, let's say, on these categories. So this will start giving you a sense of your monthly expenses because income minus expenditure is your savings as well as your savings rate. यहाँ पे file में make a copy करेंगे, so then you can make your own template and then fix up the different categories or expenses you have, and then go on your journey. Like